Well, after about 12 months of building and remodeling and tinkering with my model railroad, here it is, the Nickelville, about 80 linear feet of G-scale model railroading fun. And time for it to go. Turns out, when you buy new locomotives, sometimes they don't always fit on your layout, which gives you a good excuse to keep on expanding, and that's exactly what happened. My two SD40 locomotives that I've nicknamed Ghost and Woodstock, you can tell why, my SP and UP units, they don't fit on the spiral viaduct element on that end of the layout. That's 5-foot curve. USA Train says it right on the box, 8-foot curve minimum. Before I let the layout go in its current configuration and start doing the next things, I can share what little bit I've learned in practice and also some advice that I can pass along. The first being split jaw rail clamps, or any rail clamp from any manufacturer that you prefer. Split jaw is just what I prefer and what my club uses. Before you put split jaw together, of course, make sure your track is very clean. I use a brass cleaner to get the tops nice and clean, and especially focus on the ends where the tracks come together and make the electrical connection. You can then use a dielectric grease. Split jaw also sells this. And if you're lucky like me with family and friends that love you on Christmas and any kind of national holiday or even your birthday, they'll give you some split jaw rail clamps, and that's exactly what I've done. So over a couple of those events, I've had enough to go around the whole layout, and that's made a big difference. It's actually made garden railroading fun and helped me keep my sanity. I'm not out here having to always check for problems and shorts on a DC layout like mine. Second piece of advice, pay attention to your ballast. I went with something a bit more utilitarian with driveway gravel, which is just crushed white stone, and it's made for a very good base that's easy for me to level when things get out of hand. So having that crushed stone allows me to also sift out the smaller pieces. I can put that on top of the bigger stone, so it's kind of like rip-rap and roadbed pieces of stone that I can have that are a bit more closer to scale. So, split jaw clamps, paying attention to a rock that's gonna not just always be washing out, but also something you're happy with for now if you're not too into scale perfection, you just want something that works. And my third piece of advice would be join your local model railroading club, no matter what scale you're in, especially in G. I've only been in the club for 2 years, but I am so much further ahead on things that I know to do, or knowing people that I can just ask for quick advice or hints and tips. They've helped with electronics, with ballast, and some of these pieces out here came from them that I've modified, and they helped me to either build them or iterate them. The bents especially, I got a template from someone who helped just by loaning me the template for a whole year that I've used to make my own and make my own bents. The same with the metal pieces that are out here. Those came from someone who simply wasn't going to use them anymore. So I modified one of them for this end to make a 5.5-foot curve. So those are my 3 lessons that I've learned from my layout building experience in the last 12 months. And like they say, all good things must come to an end, and the show must go on. So I'll see you here in future episodes where I'm modifying the layout, adding my new 8-foot section for my longer locomotives, and slowly but surely this layout might just take over the whole neighborhood. Thanks for watching, and happy railroading.